It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. There's been a significant development in the investigation into the disappearance of Belmont woman Carly McBride. It's been revealed the 31-year-old's Facebook account was mysteriously deleted just hours after she vanished from the Muswellbrook area last September. Vanessa Allen Erickson from Police Headquarters says Strike Force detectives want to speak with anyone who may have had online contact with Carly in the days leading up to her disappearance.
Local police, with the assistance of the Northern Region's Operational Support Group, Rescue Squad, the Dog Unit, Police Divers, Aviation Support Branch and Trail Bikes, have conducted extensive searches in the Muswellbrook area. However, efforts to locate Carly have been unsuccessful, and investigators are now appealing for any witnesses to come forward who may have seen Carly in the vicinity of the Ironbark Ridge estate the day she went missing.
The Regional Illegal Dumping Squad believe they know who's responsible for dumping tons of building waste at Ryhope. They've found addresses linking a Sydney waste contractor to the dump sites at the Hunter Economic Zone and Wakefield Road. The squad has already been successful in tracking down those responsible for a mass dump site at Barnsley. Fullerton Cove residents are calling on the state government to buy back a coal seam gas exploration licence in the area, which is still current. Dart Energy decided to abandon plans for CSG drilling more than 2 years ago after residents successfully argued against it in the Land and Environment Court amid concerns for the safety of drinking water in the Tomago sandbeds. President of the Local Residents Action Group, Lindsay Clout, says they're worried Dart Energy is trying to sell the lease to another drilling company, which could again expose the area to CSG.
The state government has been buying them back, and the state government has quite a good offer out, which is open until September, for the licence holders to offer their licences for buyback. And unfortunately, we haven't heard from Dart Energy.
Port Stephens MP Kate Washington says residents don't want more trucks crowding Nelson Bay Road. They're holding a rally at the Williamtown Hall this afternoon against the local sand mines plan to increase the number of trucks using the busy road. The mine is part owned by Port Stephens Mayor Bruce McKenzie, but Kate Washington believes it's a conflict of interest. Hunter community groups only have until today to apply for state funding to improve or update facilities. Up to $400,000 has been allocated to each state electorate, with individual grants of between $5,000 and $20,000 available. However, Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, says groups should not be put off if they've missed out in previous years.
And look, I'd urge them to put in an application, but don't be disheartened if you don't get it the first time. Many of the successful projects have had 2 or 3 goes before they finally get there. But look, yeah, just your local football club, your local Lions group, those sorts of things that have got a good idea just to help their community.
The state government has approved flashing lights for 4 Singleton schools. The installation of the lights, which are designed to alert motorists of the 40 km/h speed limit, is now underway. Council's Community and Infrastructure Manager Gary Thompson says the lights will help drivers avoid speeding fines.
When you look at the penalties involved in any sort of offence near a school zone, they can range from $182 up to $2,400. So I think any driver who has additional incentive to slow down, because no one wants to pick up one of those infringement notices.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor Warners Bay Sports Club.
Scottish millionaire Stephen Thompson looks to be frontrunner for ownership of the Newcastle Jets as Chief Executive Mitchell Murphy moves on. Northern New South Wales football head David Eland is taking over for the interim, with FFA officials reportedly ramping up negotiations. It's unclear if Thompson will become sole owner or major stakeholder, but new ownership is likely to be announced before the October season kickoff. The Newcastle Knights are stepping up player recruitment following last week's decision to sack coach Rick Stone. A short list of possible new coaches has been drawn up after Wednesday's subcommittee meeting, but officials are still focused on shoring up the roster first and foremost. New additions Trent Hodkinson, Mickey Payer and Todd Lowry are already on board for next year. And in local rugby, the Greens will take on Nelson Bay tomorrow at Townsend Oval, and Maitland will face the Waratahs at Marcellin Park. That's sport. I'm Jacinta Lee.
2 NURFM News Time, 26 to 8.